This is me after the installation. If 1 was a tire change and 10 was a transmission build, in terms of difficulty, I'm giving this a solid 3. It's not hard at all. It is a little bit confusing, but it's not hard. I say it takes about 30-45 minutes, depending how mechanically inclined you are. Everything works fine. Got it ready. Hopefully we'll be ready for the next drift day, and that's pretty much it. Also found out I have a water pump leak. By the way, this is not an instructional video because I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. All right, so basically, you didn't know, last drift event, I blew the hell out of my clutch line. My clutch line is just gone. It's extremely loose, and my clutch doesn't engage to the top. And I've been beating on this car for years. You know, it's just, yeah, that ain't really gonna cut it. And so we got this. I got pink. We got this UPR adjustable clutch key with this is billet. First billet thing I've ever owned. And we're gonna get that installed today, see if that fixes the clutch issue. All right, now we're under the car. And if you had a dust shield, you would take like a 10mm or 12mm and you'll unbolt that and you'll slip it on out. And then there's usually a C-clip right there. You would pop that sleek C-clip out and, oh, I see the problem. See, since I don't have a C-clip there, this whole thing just came through. Ah, that makes sense. Anyways, we already got the aftermarket part, so we're using the aftermarket part. So I'm gonna take this jack handle and see if I can slip it up under and push this forward. And when I push this forward, I can slip this up and out through that hole right there. Then I'll go around the car and unbolt the top. Let's see if I can get this set up. So you can see. I might be able to just push it and slip it out. Yep, I could. Yep, that thing's loose as God knows what. And I should, yep, just pop that sucker right out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, on to the next step. All right, so usually this is mounted to a bracket down there, but don't mind all the junky wiring and all that fun stuff. But we're just gonna take it as a 5mm, get that bolt right there, get that bolt right down there, and then we're gonna go under the car, and we are going to actually disconnect it from up there. You can see it's way up there. You can see the cable right there. Hard to see. All right, so the cable right up there, if I can put my hand on it, it's loose already. That cable was just on that. All you gotta do is pull this out. You gotta pull this out and just, oh, that's loose. Oh, I don't know what I did. But anyways, it's pretty loose. It's out. We're good. So all we gotta do now is take this 5mm and unbolt it and slip it on out. All right, I don't have the patience, so I just put this 5mm on the impact. That's out, and if I can get it under, but basically the bottom one too, if I can get under it. All right, those 2 bolts are out. Bada bing, bada boom. Use a 5mm to get it out. Now I'm gonna take a 10mm, looks like, right there. If you wanna see where it is, see the brake booster. And then boom, she's right there. Just go ahead and bolt that out. This whole cable will slip right out. All right, so this is the new one. This is the old one. Don't know what to do with that. We're just slinging to the side. But now we're gonna, before we get to this one, we gotta go under the dash and take the old one out, put this sucker in. Oh, that looks so pretty. and put this sucker in, and these in, and all that jibber jabber. That was the easy part. So now we gotta remove, where is it? This plastic piece, whatever it is, it's hiding up here somewhere. That right there. We have to remove this. You see the cotter pin right there. We're gonna slip that cotter pin out. And there's a cotter pin on this one back here. We're gonna slip both of those out, pull this to the side, and slip this out. And that's where this, new piece right here is gonna go. Now we've got these two pieces removed. This is pretty much, this is where the cable went. These two pieces go together. There was a spring in there. This spring right here, that's actually in this. It was kind of weird. It was, where's the hole? See this hole right here? This spring was in the hole. This piece was in the hole. And you have to get I used a flathead, whoever the flathead I used is, to this flathead right here. I used this flathead and got between the spring and this, and I kind of pushed it out. I pushed it, I pried it out, and that was the only way to get this out after the cotter pin. So cotter pin, old pieces, keep the spring. All right, next up, I got this out the package. Got the two bolts right here. I'm going to unscrew this. Am I going the right way? So I'm going to unscrew this, put it in the old hole using the old screws if this ever wants to come out. Am I going the right way? So now we're going to put this piece in first. We're going to put it in just like so, if it decides to. If it decides to. If you cooperate. Okay. So, back to what I said earlier. Flip it the other way. It's not going to fit if you flip it. If this is down here, it's not going to work. I just tried that. Didn't work. So we have flipped it around, and then we're going to take a screwdriver. We're going to screw this in. So just heads up there. All right. After talking to a couple guys, I got confused at this part. So apparently, this just sits up against this like that. I guess we don't need this piece. Come under this quadrant right here. It pretty much just goes in where the last piece went, but it's faced upwards. The cable is right there. It's a really long cable. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that cable on and kind of put some tension on it and try to sneak my way in. And yes, after that I get some tension and we'll see. And also, don't forget to put these clamps in. Don't forget to put these, not the clamps, yeah, whatever these are called. My mind's blank. Under the car, we're going to unscrew this and this. We're going to unscrew both of them. Not all the way. We only want this to just barely fit on it. Just barely. Not too good, yeah. I guess we can loosen it up a little bit more. Pretty much just want it to slip on where it slipped last time. If it wants to cooperate. I think I'm just going to end up taking this whole thing off. I think it's a little easier. Yeah, it's way easier. And you get the idea. We're just going to tighten this till it's just bare, like just snug on there. All right, sometime into the future. Again, don't need that. That goes in there. All right. So don't need that aluminum circular tubular piece. And I gotta think of a water pump leak. Anyways, go under here. I used a pry bar to push this forward, push that that back piece back there forward, and I just kept adjusting it and pushing it and adjusting it, and finally I pushed it far enough to where, I mean, we're good to go. She's working. I got that quadrant in. Coming inside, I got the quadrant in the way I like it. Everything is, where's the quadrant? Where is that? Right there, everything in the way I like it. I'm gonna finish putting in the cotter pins and stuff like that, and I mean, we're good. And that is the horrible explanation video.